Hi, now you will learn how to make a zoom effect on the right mouse button in your project. I will show you how it works. Go to the project settings, then open Input. In the action mapping settings, by clicking on plus, I create and program the right mouse button. I specify the name zoom action, then I look for the right mouse button in the list. Opening the blueprint of the character. There should be a sign camera in the character and we will set it up now. I adjust the exposure so that it is fixed manually and set the desired exposure. I turn on Apply Physical Camera Exposure and remove the second checkbox. In the Lens Settings section, set the settings. In the Focus Settings section, you can repeat after me or adjust for yourself. In Current Focal Length, I set the value 18, in Current Aperture, I set the value 15. In the Camera Options section, you need to enable Use Pawn Control Rotation in order for the camera to follow the mouse to where we are looking. In the event graph, I create the right mouse button that we created first in the project settings. I connect Play Sound 2D to it to play the sound. In Sound, we connect the sound. In the content browser, we are looking for a sound file, and in the Play Sound 2D node, I press the arrow to apply the sound. I connect the sequence in order to make a sequence of actions. The first action will have a camera zoom effect, and the second will have a dove effect. I connect the timeline for the zoom and immediately give it a name. I open it with a double click. In Length, I specify the duration in seconds for the camera to zoom in. I specify the duration and focus on the duration of the sound. Since the zoom effect will be accompanied by sound, I create a flow track and immediately give it a name. With the Shift key pressed, click the mouse 2 times to create 2 points. At the first point, I set the value 0 in time and the value 18 in value. At the second point in time, I specify the value 1.4 and in value the value 50. Having selected the points, I click on Zoom to fit horizontal in order to fit the points horizontally. I connect set current focal length from the camera. Now I connect from the timeline from the 4th channel to the current focal length. Now let's do the dove effect. I connect the second timeline to the second channel sequence. I specify in length the same duration as it was in the last timeline. I also create a flow track. This time you need to create 4 points. At the first point I set the value 0 in time and the value 15 in value. At the second point in time I specify the value of 0.4 and in value the value of 1. At the third point in time I specify the value 1 and in value the value 5. At the fourth point in time I specify the value 1.4 and in value the value 35. I select the resulting points, press the right mouse button and select Auto to smooth the transition between them. Having selected the points, I click on Zoom to fit horizontal in order to fit the points horizontally. I connect set current aperture from the camera. Now I connect from the timeline from the aperture channel to the current aperture. As a result, we made the camera zoom by pressing the right mouse button with dove effect and sound, but didn't the action under releasing the button. To do this, I connect another sequence from the release channel with the right mouse button. It will do the same as the previous one, only in reverse. I duplicate the node with Ctrl D. The first action will be connected to the reverse channel of the first timeline. The second action will be connected to the reverse channel of the second timeline. Everything is ready. Let's check it in the project. I will try the click on the right mouse button. Everything works. If the lesson was useful to you, put a like under the video and write a comment.